Hi, I'm Luke from Korg, and this is your first 5 minutes on the Keystage. Let's get started. Okay, so this is what you get in the box. The Keystage controller, of course, 49 key here, or the 61 if you went for that one. You also get this really handy expansion plate, which is ideal for putting small laptops on or tablets. And of course you get your product manual, USB cable, and your coupons for your downloadable free software. Okay, let's get connected up. So we're almost ready to go. We've got our USB connected to our computer. So the computer provides the power for the Keystage, so it doesn't need any other power at all, just down one cable. That cable also deals with the MIDI data from your keys, triggering sounds in your laptop, and then the sounds of the laptop are beamed back via that USB cable out through your outputs. And they can be connected to your sound system, a pair of monitors or a mixer, or you can use the headphone jack as well. So you don't have to connect it to a sound system, you can just monitor it straight from here, and this controls the overall level of your music. So the first thing you're probably going to want to do when you get your Keystage is check out some of the amazing bundled software that comes with it. One of which is Gadget Producer Edition, and as you can see here, I've downloaded it and installed it. I'm ready to go. So let's just select one of these gadgets, which are instruments. So we're ready to go. And before we do anything, we just need to have a quick look in settings and make sure that the output device is set to Keystage. And that means that the audio won't come through your laptop anymore. It will come through these audio outputs. And you can also then look in MIDI and make sure that Keystage is checked there in the list. What that means is that everything will automatically auto-configure. So all I've done here is just loaded a gadget, a drum machine. You can see I'm playing that there, but I can also see all of the patches and programs on the screen on my Keystage, and all the controllers here are mapped automatically to functions within that gadget, which is great. Plus, transport controls will play and stop, and the loop can be used, and you can go through your tracks like this. So another piece of software it ships with is Ableton Live Lite, which is also great. So just to show you a couple of settings in here to get your Keystage going, go into settings, audio, and then make sure your audio output device is set to Keystage. As you can see, it is there because it's 0 in, which means it hasn't got any inputs but 2 outputs. And also check the MIDI tab, link tempo and MIDI tab, and you need the control surface to be set to Keystage, input Keystage DAW in, and Keystage DAW out for the output, and then make sure these boxes are checked as I've got them here. So the track checked of both, and also if you want to use MPE, so the aftertouch functionality, make sure that's checked there, and the output ports, and sync if you want to sync it together as well. So once you've done that, it should all work. So you can press play, it'll play back and stop. So you can see it moving along there. You can also hold down shift to scrub through, and this is the same in Gadget as well. And you can change tracks by shift and track. And in the display here, it shows you, just like in Gadget, what's going on with the tracks, and any automation and parameter data will be shown in these windows here once you've put things into the tracks. So if at any time you need to do a factory reset on your Keystage, all you have to do is power it off by holding down the power button there, hold down octave shift buttons, both of them, and then power back on, and it will say factory restoring, and then you're good to go. So as you can see, I've brought in my iPad here. The reason I wanted to do that is first of all to show you it working with Gadget, the iOS version, which also ships with Keystage, and you get a version of module as well. Plus I can show you this expansion plate, which works well in this configuration. You can either have it flat or you can have it upright like this, which works really, really well for tablets. Connection wise, I've just connected via USB. So this is a Lightning to USB adapter, and then I can go USB into my Keystage. But it's a little bit different from using it with a laptop because you do need to power the Keystage if you want to use it with a tablet. So you can use an optional power supply, that's a KA350. To do that, you just plug it in and then turn it on, and then it works perfectly. And just like the PC and Mac versions, you can use all of the controls here, which auto map to Gadget. So I can press play, it plays back and stops, and then I can change my drum kit really easily. I can see what it is here on the screen, and all of these controls will map automatically to the software, which is great. Other connections we've got on the Keystage, you've got MIDI, of course, in and out, which is great, especially if you want to use it just as an external controller with another synth. You can use the power and then your MIDI connections. You've got USB, of course, which we've already looked at, and the audio connections left and right, and headphones. And you've got 2 pedal inputs as well, one for damper, so sustain, and the other one for expression. So there you go, that's your first 5 minutes on the Keystage.